never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind.
These choices determine the difference between who you are and who you could be.
I never miss, that's fact. Taking big swings, jam to the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag.
You have your own challenges, but you can make a decision. You can make money, or you can make excuses.
You have to have the willpower to pull that power tool out that's inside of you and just go for it.
There's a lot of painful stuff that happened in my practice company. The reason why I grew up this much is because I learned a lot from them. The pain might be not my fault, but my healing is my responsibility.
It was a temporary pain for a lifetime of gain.
If you don't believe in you first, you can never ask someone else to believe in you as well. This is not a fake it till you make it, guys. Stop listening to that stuff.
My name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games. I just do that.
We need a vehicle, the fastest vehicle that we could find in this industry, and that's what? Superior.
No matter what happens, there's always something to be grateful for.
After death, to be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath. I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread.
9.5 years ago, on January 22nd, 2014, a vision was born. A vision of freedom, a vision of righteousness, a vision of equality, a vision of becoming the best damn financial services company this world has ever seen. Your belief will build your endurance.
You know how you say to someone, hey, let's build your list. What 3 people would you call in the middle of the night if you have a flat tire or something like that? How many people use that line? Okay, are you that person for your people?
True greatness is shown through one's works and actions, the way in which you impact the lives of others. Greatness does not make excuses or shy away from failure. Greatness is hard, but folks, hard defines greatness. Continue to be great, Xperts.
Did my past dictate my future? So listen, I'm not worried about your current track record. I'm worried about where you're going. The past is in your head. The future is in your hands.
Oh, wow, you made it.
Woo! Great morning, champions, CEOs, and future millionaires. It is, drums please, Turned Up Thursday here at the biggest, baddest virtual meetup on the planet. This is Jacques Vaughn, Executive Director, zooming in from the DMV. And real quick, checkrophone Micah, can y'all hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Cool. All right. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the Pass the Ball segment where we get some testimonies from the field. We got everybody. We got people here from coast to coast. So definitely if you have some note-taking devices or pen and paper, if you're going old school, you definitely want to have that ready because people are going to be dropping some knowledge, dropping some bombs, and I am ready to set this thing on fire. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I need to feel y'all's energy. So the tip drill, I got 3 questions for y'all. If you're able to come off mute, please do so. The first question is, team, how y'all feel?
Fired up.
And what's up?
Anytime.
And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody, sir.
Everybody gets
Everybody, my friend.
Money Man is always going to be the one. And he was probably, Money, was you the bad kid in class? I know I was sometimes. I was the sneaky kid in class. Was you the bad kid in class?
Funny.
Now you want to be quiet. So with that being said, I want to pass the ball to a gentleman that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. I call him my bald head brother from another mother. Yeah, I'm gonna call on you first, brother. Because I know you got some good news. I don't know if you're gonna share that good news just yet, but this is some news we've been waiting for a minute. So I'm gonna turn it over to none other than Mr. Money Man himself. You got the floor, sir.
So today I'm thinking, I thought you was gonna switch and flip on to a lady, but it's cool though. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until everything get finished, but I am making very good progress because with my process of getting my license and everything together, I got shipped over to one of the supervisors, and I spoke to them, and
Okay,
things are coming along faster now. It's gonna be it's get better in my direction.
cool.
And the one thing that I do learn from all this, that I was saying to myself today, you can never give up. How you say when you do something, man, you should finish it,
That's right.
and
That's
then
right.
you go on to your next thing. Because you can't always just stop because it causes difficult for you. And because it's difficulty, that shows if you really want to do it. That's your one trying God. Trying ground, excuse me. Because even when you pray for something, before you even get it, you have a whole bunch of difficulty first before you get to that path. You know what I mean? Because the difficulty is the best part. Because then now you can come back because now you're invested into this. You said, man, I went through all this stuff. I said, no,
Absolutely.
you guys you just can't easily take away from me. It's mine because I went through how you say back in the old days. I went through hell and back.
That's right. But
And
hold
so
on,
you say
hold on real quick,
you gonna do it
because I
to
want
me?
hold on, because I want to touch on something you just talked about. Because you know you're gonna get long-winded and the Sandman gonna come out, he gonna sweep you out and all that stuff. But we don't want that to happen. But you talking about how many of y'all had people join, or yourself may have joined, went through that hard journey, and then didn't do anything. You know, we talked about it. I want to say either on the. I mean, we was going in yesterday, but we talked about. Eric had mentioned, and or was it? It could have been you, Steven. At the end of the day, you gotta do it when you got everything laid out for you. When you got the table fully set, and all you got to do is pull up and eat. If you don't take the action to pull the chair back up to the table, to grab the utensils and start eating when the table is set with the plate of food there for you. I don't know. It goes back to, and it starts with you. Frank DeLeo, he talked about that. He has a great clip. If anybody is friends with Frank DeLeo, or if somebody can maybe go to his page, he talked about that yesterday. If somebody can go to his page and then post it in the link, it's a reflective situation where you got to take advantage of the table that's set for you. Nobody can make you eat. Like they say, you can lead somebody to the well, but you can't make them drink the water. So with that being said, Steven, I know you got much more, brother, but we got some other people that got to get some shine time. So who you passing that ball to, sir?
I got one thing to say.
I knew you did. I knew
One
you
thing.
did.
How you say everybody say they're a beast when it's time to, but are you a beast when it's time to become a beast? Or are you just a fraidy cat?
Fraidy cat. There you go.
I was gonna say something different, but I want to say that. Let me look go. Oh, I see her. She's trying to be and smooth it and have a incognito stuff on. So I'm gonna call my good sister from Dallas, Even though she like the Cowboys, all right, but she's still my main squeeze because we go to the knees. That's my good friend Marcella Braggs.
Good morning, good morning. Stephen, you need a script too. I tell y'all, Maryland, y'all are full of comedians. um, Feeling a lot better. Wasn't feeling my best yesterday, but I'm feeling a little better. Um, Ready to get going on this recruiting and building journey that we talked about. As I said yesterday evening on the coaches call, that one of the young ladies that I have been searching for some quotes for her. I talked to her. I did the tic tac toe. So we're gonna go in hopefully
Okay.
today and fill in the board
Okay.
of some names that she's gonna give me, because I said I can't pay you monetary, but I can get you a gift card and you can tell me what place you want the gift card to come from.
Hold
I
on,
said,
Marcella. Hold on. This is for the people that may not know. We got some new people on the line, and a lot of times people be like, "Where do you get your leads from? Where do you get your leads from?" What is tic tac toe? If you could sum it up and kind of explain it, what is it? Because you
Tic Tac
mentioned it.
Toe is
Somebody.
a system that I believe Colton introduced to us.
Yes.
And what you do is you talk to a friend, a coworker, a relative, and just ask them to give you 3 names, 6 names, or if they want to fill the board, 9 names, just like tic tac toe. But it's called tic tac toe. And if they fill the board up, you offer them a gift card, you know. And I told her it's $50, and she was like, okay. So once she get to her name, cause she was like, girl, let me get off this phone and start working on this list. So, and I told her, I said, they don't have to buy a policy or anything, but I do need to speak with them, because even if it's something that they're not interested in, then I'm sure they know someone. So then I'm gonna go from that person and start working on another board. But it's just that, like you say, it's just gonna help me get some referrals and start connecting with people.
I love it. I love it. And then you also mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all missed yesterday's team huddle, I mean coach's corner. I'm sorry. I've been thinking it was Monday the whole day yesterday. I was thinking that the Zoom was at 7, but it was actually at 5 our time. But Eric, man, he did something totally magical. And I wanna thank, who asked the question yesterday? Was that Valerie that asked that question?
No,
On
it
the
was
Victoria? Who was it?
Vic, yeah, out of his
Veronica.
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 Hmm.
Veronica. Man, she asked a question, and we had our office meetup where we go live. For y'all that don't know, we go live on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 12 noon Eastern time. And she asked a question about how do you launch an area. And Eric turned into the mad scientist yesterday. And he wrote out step by step how we are going to build this thing out, and we're going to be building, recruiting, and producing all at the same time, and we're going to do it, and we're in the middle of a launch. But if anybody can speak on that, please raise your hand. Marcella, you still got the ball. I'm gonna still give you some time because you might be better speak on it. But wasn't that amazing that he did it early in the day? Then he erased the board and did a remix version of it at the coach's corner. I mean, when I tell y'all, it was a total masterclass. I wish somebody had recorded it. I think somebody did, but what's your take on it, Marcella? And then if anybody else got anything out of it, we might do a little switcheroo up. But what'd you get out of that yesterday?
Well, my thing, to me, everything mostly to me personally is biblical. So that to me was that write the vision and make it plain,
Mm-hmm.
because that's basically what he did. He showed us how to write our vision, and make it plain. And it couldn't get any plainer than how he broke it down and explained it. So
Yes.
with those steps and the information that he gave us, I mean, there's no way you can miss. And her question was because she was so interested in who she could connect with in her area. And that's when he told her, you go out there and take over. You be the connection. That's basically what he's saying. You be the connection.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times we can't rely on who we can connect with in our area to get something done. We got to go out there and do it ourselves because there's so many people out there still needing our assistance, needing our help that if we don't do it, it's like he said, they're going to come in from Canada and eat our lunch. Or the
Yes.
people in Dallas going to go in her area and eat her lunch. So she got firsthand to get out there and reach those people. That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah, and hopefully he can. I'm trying to set it up because y'all know Eric. He has his notes. Y'all know he got his notes, right? But maybe he can come back and do a quick recap on yesterday because that was amazing. But who you passing that ball to, Marcella? Oh, real quick, Megan had a question. Megan, Tic-Tac-Toe is not an app or website. It's basically when you're talking to a client, or if you've already talked to some folks, whether they joined or signed up, became a client or not, you go back to them and you talk to them and say, "Hey, you like to play a game? You like to play games?" Most people gonna say yes, and say, "I got a game called Tic-Tac-Toe," and you write out the Tic-Tac-Toe board, and you say, "Look, if you help me with some referrals, and you could give me anywhere from 3 to 9 referrals, because you want to fill up the boxes. For each person that you give me a referral for, if they end up getting a policy from me, I'll give you $50. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tony, it's on the green sheet. So when you go through your green sheet training, whoever's onboarding you, make sure that you talk about that because that's one of the ways that we get referrals. So yeah, so thanks for sharing, Tony. Marcella, who you passing that ball to?
Well, since he done put his info in the chat, I like hearing from him because when I tell you this man has been blazing some trails and I am super proud of him. Time I look in WhatsApp is welcome a new team member. And let me tell you, that is some joyful news to know that you're able to recruit and build and start your journey of becoming an ED. So Tony Burke, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, Marcella, for that introduction. And doing all kinds and sorts of money-making ideas. I'm running job posting on LinkedIn, and I'm also connected with another app that produces potential partners. And between the two and Hugs Media, it's just it's like a huge explosion for me. So it's so much that I have to share some of these interviews. But we've been marching on, and now we kind of got into a rhythm because we know, what to say, how to do it, and how to interview. So everything's growing now. The teams are people are signing up potential partners, and it just falls in line with what Eric was talking about last night at the Coaches Corner about, get a BTO done, get a VGO done, do what you got to do. You can't just sit back and watch other people do things. I was scrolling through Facebook because I do that on a regular nowadays. And I've been seeing a lot of ads, and I'm like, dang, I don't see stuff from us. And then I ran across that commercial from Jock Vaughn. I was like, oh, snap. I mean, when I saw it, I scrolled past, I said, whoa, I backed up. I said, JMJ, I know that. And I was like, whoa, I was blown away. And it was it just captivated me. And I said, that's what I need, a nice commercial ad, interactive like that just captivates somebody. Because I'm seeing a lot of ads. And my team will tell you this. I'm talking to them about this. I'm like, y'all got the post. I don't care what you say, but nail them, put them out there, post. Tell people what you're doing. Get your number out there, get your name out there, get your face out there. I said, because And I showed them in the training, they'll tell you, I showed them in a training. I scrolled through Facebook in the training and I see this ad. I don't know who this company is, but they advertise life insurance. And I scroll back there. I said, bang, there's another one. I said, why isn't that us? Why are we not out there? Why aren't our ads popping up like this? So thank y'all. I'm just excited about what's about to happen. And I just want to let everybody know that just get on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. TikTok is hot. Get on TikTok, get your stuff out there. Get with Jacques and me, Eric. Anybody ask us about how to get these ads and running up and running, and let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's do it. And Tony, I'm proud of you because let's go back real quick because you've been in a different zone. You've been in a different mindset since the convention last year. But you just got into a zone a little while ago, and all these people that are joining you in business and becoming clients, are they your friends and family?
Nope.
They new people, right?
New people, yeah.
You just talked about it, and I wanted to share this. This could be for some of the new people. We show you, and we've been showing you how to create attraction marketing, how to create pull marketing. So when you're out there marketing, go ahead.
I want to know, is this my Megan on this meeting? And if it is, I want her to speak. And I see your hand, Derek. I do want to pass to you, but I want her to share.
Hold on. Let me finish what I was trying to.
Go ahead.
So what we're doing is we're showing you, and Megan, if you're his Megan, type in the chat, yes, I'm your Megan. So that way we can make sure it's the right one. But we show you how to create pull marketing and attract people to you, not just put stuff out and then people just run and be like, oh man, here they go again. You got to make yourself attractive. You got to make your messages attractive. You got to make them captivating. So again, get with your uplines or your EDs, some of the leaders, so they can show you exactly how to do it. So we're going to go to Megan. Go ahead, pass the ball to Megan, and then we'll come to Derek.
Yeah, I didn't want to run over the time. I just wanted her to share what she shared with me about her interview and what drew her in. And then Megan, if you will, could you pass the ball to Mr. Derek Holston?
Hey everybody, I'm the Megan. Anyway.
You're the one, huh?
I'm the Megan, the number one and the best one. Anyway, interview, or were you talking about the one that I ended up calling you?
Yeah, when me and you did the interview, and what you shared with me, what made you set the appointment and want to do the interview.
Okay.
When you said spare time, when you saw spare time.
Oh, that part. I got you. I'm sorry. I had to, sorry. Okay. So, I had been scrolling around from like different jobs for about a week and a half, and every single one of them, like I would read for a few minutes and then I just pop off it because it didn't have that little that emphasis, that like little enthusiastic piece that I'm looking for in a job. Because I don't want just anything, but I do want something. You know what I mean? So when I got on to this job posting, it actually had me giggle because it said, we are hiring for full-time, part-time, and spare time. I'm like, what? I like that. It made me laugh to the point where I actually sat there and I read the whole darn thing.
Nice. I love it. Well, we are glad.
Are you telling me this the dude right here?
You said what?
This the dude right here?
I'll pass it. I want to pass it to a gentleman that has joined us and created a group for the ED Run, a man that I have a lot of respect for and have learned a lot of information from, a lot of tactics and strategies from this gentleman. So I'd like to bring to the platform Mr. Derek Holston.
Hey, great morning, champions, and happy Friday Eve. Just great to hear from all of you, and thank you, Tony Burke. Always appreciate you, brother, just being out there in the trenches and learning and teaching. Each one teach one, and you're just keeping that new growth going. So, and Uncle Jock, want to thank you and Eric for always providing a platform. Mr. Troy, thank you for keeping the time, so you know to keep me. All right, real quick, just super excited. Because I've had something that's happened for the first time in 3 years now. So first of all, going back to what Jacques was saying earlier, I am the poster child for someone who has done it the hard way, the whole way up. Not intentionally, but just, from being burned in the past and having all types of reservations and getting in my own way, knowing that I'm capable, but it's like driving the car with the brakes on. So I just said, you know what, we're going to go with this and we're going to run the plays. We're going to get in the car, run the plays. So short version of this is been recruiting not only for myself, because I did that before, did very well with that, but I just recruited. So now we're into team building and working with 9 legs right now. Out of that, we have 5 who are serious. So when you work with them legs, you got to get in there and do the work for those folks in the beginning as they are learning, right? They're watching you in field training in that part too. So, but on that note, I'm so glad that Eric is doing a 120 agency recap. Thank you, Troy. And call it out for me, okay? 30 seconds, 15. Recap, because I just don't have enough hours in the day to try to do one-on-ones, right? Which we can't. So we have a system for that. And my goal is get everybody in the system. I'm doing a lot more reading. I'm assigning tasks to people. We're going to find out who's serious. And the goal is when we go into this pre-launch in August, I want to go with an army. All right. And we got something that happened. I mentioned this. Thank you. We have someone who just got recruited over officially. They're coming in as an ED. Our son is coming in as a SM. And I also have 2 more licensed groups that I'm talking to right now. So we're trying to get Eric in the mix to get that all done, and just excited, man. I'm just super excited. So with that, thank you, Mr. Troy Gandy.
Hold on, Derek. Hold on, buddy. We ain't letting you off the easy. And I do see Tawana has her hand up. You just said a mouthful, man. You just gotta do, and we talk about it all the time. You gotta keep the big thing is keep those conversations going. We talked about it a couple of months ago where you can just have good conversations with folks. You know what I mean? You have good conversations, and you, like you said, you came in killing it. I'm talking recruits. I mean, I was like, he is a total machine. But sometimes, and I talk about it in my brick training, you can be resourceful and have all the bricks in the world. You can get all the bricks in the world, but if you don't properly place those bricks, they're gonna stay on the back of the truck. You gotta create a system that's gonna be able to service all of the bricks. And for y'all don't know, bricks are the actual business partner. And you're working, you got 9 new legs, and you got 5 of them that are working right now. And Derek is giving you guys, along with some of the other leaders that were speaking this morning, it's just a repetition of different activities. And we know the different activities are picking up the phone, following up, sending out videos, invites, training with your new people. Because see, you're gonna have different levels of people. You're gonna have advanced people. Like you just brought in some folks that have been in the business for quite some time and been highly successful. Well, you might not train them with somebody who's new, depending on what the subject matter is. Then again, you may bring them in to support some of the training with your new people. So Derek and some of the other leaders, you all are painting a perfect Picasso picture this morning on the things that you're supposed to be doing. So I appreciate that. And who you passing that ball to?
Thank you, Uncle Jock. And then just real quick, for those who feel like I don't know anybody where the leads, everything started from my phone, playing Who Dat, just going right through the contacts of my phone. And then everybody is a doorway to somebody else. And that's where all these folks are starting to come in for while we're having the conversations to meet new people. Go ahead, Jock. I'm sorry.
Explain what Who Dat is.
Oh, Who Dat? All right. So sometimes the phone can be intimidating, especially when you overthink it, right? It becomes this big, heavy piece of equipment with teeth, and you're afraid of it, right? You're like, I'm going to call this person. I'm afraid to call this person, whatever the case may be. So what you do is you got to make it fun. You got to make it fun in your own head. So there's a couple of ways to do this. You can just go through the letter A in your phone and just find, I'm going to find two people in here and just kind of do the Wheel of Fortune spin and find that and go, Who Dat? And just call that person. All right. Or if it's easier, find the lowest hanging fruit. Okay. I know Adam. I know Angela. Call them. But I make it fun. I just do the wheel. I do the contact spin. Who Dat? And then I call them. And that's how I got some of these folks. Honestly, I just call them. Hey, how's it going? And you have conversations.
Well, what does that and what does that conversation look like when you're going through your phone book? When somebody does answer the phone, what does that conversation look or what's that sound like?
Real easy. Okay, so let's just say, Jock, you and I haven't spoken. There's one lady I just recruited. I haven't spoken to her in 30 years. But what I did was when I called her, I didn't say, hey, I got this. No, I just said, hey, how's it going? It's been a while. I know. I'm not calling. I'm just calling to say hi. How's everything going? And then as we're speaking, right, what's going to come up? How's life been? How's your family? You know, what are you doing? And that's where you start listening for those and sometimes pain points, right? Like, oh, you're a teacher. Oh man, you must be killing it down there. I heard that they get paid all the money in South Carolina. Oh, and that's not us, right? Bingo. I'm listening. I'm just listening. So I don't jump all over them the first one, but the second time I call back, say, listen, based on our first conversation, I just wanted to ask you something. Okay, you're sharp. I have a lot of respect when we used to work together. I just know your work ethic. I know, and during that first conversation, I found out that she was open, right? I didn't say anything, but we called back and said, listen, just dawned on me. All right. I'm an international recruiter for an incredible company. And, you know, it's a financial services company. And do you keep your options open in addition to what you're doing? And that's going to be a yes or no. And most people will say yes.
Hold up. Somebody got to call the fire marshal because you're going to set this daggone Zoom on fire. Did anybody pick up the way he said? He didn't just call and say, "Hey, guess what? I got a new opportunity." He didn't sound salesy. He just sounded like, "Hey, what's going on?" Real quick, hold on, real quick, because I can probably tell.
How's your life? What's your family? What you doing?
Somebody mute. Oh, okay, there it is. So what happens is those simple conversations, and Tawana, we coming to you. And can everybody try to let some of the folks that are in the panelist room, please, I mean, in the attendees room, we send us some invites so you can come on over. That's all it takes is a conversation. If you just pick up the phone, he gave it to you, and he said that a natural conversation would normally lead into what you've been up to lately, right? Then he said, when he asked that question, what did he say when he said, you must be what? Did y'all catch that? Because it works like a charm.
He said, you must be making all the money in South Carolina.
That is one of the most powerful statements that you can make in this type of business. Because when you tell somebody, when you say, hey, Troy, man, you're doing such and such, you must be making all the money. Most of the time, somebody's going to say,
I wish.
Not really. Man, only if you knew. That's the indicator right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's the indicator for you to say, you to store that data, and later on in that conversation, you can come back around, and once they ask you what you've been up to, you can say, man, funny you asked, and then you go into what you've been up to and say, hey, would it be okay if I share some information with you? Because we're actually launching in December, and I'm looking for a few good people to lock arms with so we can create an explosion in the United States in the highest paying industry in the United States. Perfect setup. Derek hosting, perfect setup. Who you passing that ball to? And then we're gonna bring up Coach Eric after you pass the ball.
That's Eric. That you can leave it at that.
Bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm on my phone, Jock. So do you see a hand up somewhere? If you would be kind enough.
I did.
Did you say Tawana?
Tawana got scared at the end. No, I'm just
I
playing.
mean, he killed it. Let's just leave it. Let's let Eric go do his thing.
Look, well, what I'm trying to do is buy a little time, Tawana, because Eric was like, take your time. So
okay.
now y'all exposed me.
I'm sorry. I mean,
Well, I'm gonna pass it to this young lady. Then I tell you what, she always just has an incredible spirit. I just love listening to her. She just calms me down because I work in hyper mode, 6, and she just calms me down. She's very poetic in the way she speaks. I love it, and she always has content, which is very valuable. So, without any further ado, I'm going to pass the ball to my sister from another mister, Miss Tawana Chisley.
thank you, Derek, and that was a masterful way you did that. And I was like, I got to get there because that was just wow. So I'll be really quick. Yesterday, I was sitting with my partner, Danae. So it feels really good when you have somebody that really, really wants to run. So she's learning. I was working on an illustration, and she was sitting and listening because she's struggling with the test. And I said, this is why we do these things so that you can start to understand and see how we move, and some of the words will start to stick out, and you'll find that on your test as well. So we're doing that, and I was trying to hold off because I don't want to jinx anything. But my oldest daughter is ready to come into the business.
Woo! I love it.
So she said she'll not start off next week. I said, okay, whenever you're ready, the AOA is coming and we just gonna roll. She said, just give me everything, whatever what I gotta do. I said, how much time I got? I said, you got 30 days. Get everything done. She said, okay. So
I love it. So real quick, Tawana, for y'all that don't know, we have a young group, and a lot of us have children, and they're young adults. So we have a Young Money Millionaires group where they meet up, they talk, they have their own language. They like, because how many of y'all, and you can type in the chat with a quick yes, try to connect with the younger folks, and it's really hard to connect just because the language, it's really a language barrier there. Well, we got a young group right now who are killing it, the Young Money Millionaires. And when I tell you, if you have some young folks, some children that you've been trying to get to join you in business, if they don't already have their path set out, just still drip on them. Because Tawana, you've been dripping on your daughters for a while. And what happens is sometimes it just takes, you just never know when they can or when they will activate. You know what I mean? So I just want to say, great job. Look at your smile, man. Look, you over there happy as heck. You've been